The desert region has become a staple in leagues, a region that mixes some of the most tedious grinds with some of the best content in the entire game. From numerous mini games to raids, it's one of the most iconic regions you can pick. But in this year's league, desert might just be the best range region in the entire game. The only question is it actually worth picking overall? Well, let's break down the content you can find in the desert to help answer that question. In the early game, you're dealing mostly with a host of mini-games and skilling content. Guardians of the Rift, Temporos, the Sorcerer's Garden, Mage Training Arena, Pyramid Plunder, and Giant's Foundry will all play key roles in your early to mid-game start. On top of this, you'll have access to the Alcarid and Polinovich rooftop courses for agility training and blackjacking for thieving gains. The desert also has some extremely powerful quest rewards for your mid-game. Ancient magics are unlocked immediately, and the Elidna Statuette, which can cure venom, restore prayer and run energy, and restore your hit points with a +7 boost, is available once you complete Spirits of the Elid, which has very low requirements. Not to mention access to smithing dart tips, which is especially useful if you're taking Tyrannwyn, or if we see the return of the Drygore Blowpipe as one of the echo items. Moving to the late game, and outside of a few random Slayer mobs in the early game, this is where the PvM in this region really begins. You have access to the Smoke Dungeon for Dust Devil Slayer tasks, the Calify Queen, who could again be the Echo boss for this region as there's not many other options, the Leviathan and its Awakened variant, and of course the most notable content in the region, the Tombs of Amasket, where you can really flex the muscles of those insane relics and chase your mega rares. Speaking of chasing mega rares, let's look at the gear you can obtain in the desert. In the early game, you're relying on mostly minigame rewards. From Temporis, you have the Dragon Harpoon, Fish Barrel, and Tome of Water, which all have their own niche uses. Particularly the Dragon Harpoon if you don't plan on taking Barbarian Gatherer, as we're not given high level tools this league. Mage Training Arena, while time consuming, gives you some fantastic early to mid game magic options, starting with the full Infinity set, which will give you a 3% magic damage boost. Access to the Rune Pouch without needing to spend Slayer points, particularly useful if you're not planning on taking the Slayer Relic. A powerful magic offhand with the Mage's Book, and finally the Master Wand, which can cast all 3 combat spell books automatically. You'll also be able to make use of a few quest rewards: the Ancient Staff, Ring of Shadows, and Karis Partisan. The Pharaoh Scepter, Dust Battle Staff, Dragon 2H, Dragon Chainbody, and Dragon Pickaxe are also available in the desert. Looking at the late game, and this is where the gear in the region really starts to stand out. From the Leviathan, you have the full Virtus set and Soul Reaper Axe, both of which are already available in Valamor, but on top of this, the Leviathan also drops a single best range ring in the game, the Venator ring. Then, of course, we have our big dog of the region, Tombs of Amasket, the Lightbearer, Osmumten's Fang, the Divine Rune Pouch, Elidna's Ward, Missouri, which although powerful on its own, can be combined with Armadillo armor from Asgarnia to produce the best ranged armor in the game. And of course, your raid's mega rares, Shadow, T-Bow, Scythe. It's easy to see why the desert is a must pick if you're planning a range build. Obviously, the desert has some amazingly powerful gear, but what are the tasks like? Well, there's some easy points to be achieved through some mid-game quests and diary achievements, subduing Temporos and training at the Giant's Foundry, as well as some one-off, easily accessible tasks scattered throughout the region. The trade-off for this though, there are also some huge time sinks if you plan on capping your points entirely in this region. Tombs of Amasket, 100 completions, all combat achievements, equipping all uniques. The Leviathan, 300 KC, all combat achievements and its uniques. 150 KC of the Cowfight Queen, Pyramid Plunder tasks, and equipping the full Infinity Robe set from Mage Training Arena. Where the desert differs from some other regions, though, is that the vast majority of these time-consuming tasks will actually benefit your account if done in the right order. The desert is one of the most well-rounded unlockable regions in League 6, second really only to Kourend. It has a variety of mid-game and late-game content and is a viable choice as your first, second, or third region unlock. So what are my final thoughts? Well, it's by far the best range region in the game, and this is further amplified if you decide to take Asgarnia. It's also a great support region for Magic with access to the Ancient Spellbook, and is a fantastic option for solo players or newer players as it features what is widely regarded as the easiest raid in Oldschool Runescape. It is a minigame heavy region and will soak up quite a bit of time to unlock the full potential of the region. But if you are someone that appreciates a bit of a grind, then this region truly is exceptional. Overall, for a melee or mage build, it's still a solid option and I'd give it A tier. But if you're planning on making a range build, the desert is an absolute must have and is a clear S tier pick. Let me know your thoughts on the desert and whether you agree that this is a must pick range region. We're only just over 2 weeks away from the launch of leagues, and there's no better time to subscribe to make sure you're ready with your region strategy. Thanks for watching.